So we'll be adding the first step, which is adding the screen, the iPhone screen. You can choose whatever frame size you want. So then we'll add the rectangle, which will be serving as our island. You add, give a radius of 100, and then give it a fill color of black. So the next thing to do is to add the layer blur effect. Add the layer, not there, the layer blur effect. Yes. I use either, let's use 32 in this case. You can use 25 or 32, depending on what you want. But in this case, we'll be using 32. And then we'll add a rectangle right on top of that, giving with this gray color. And then we'll add the color dodge. Yeah, we'll add the blend mode of color dodge. Then we'll do another rectangle, add the blend mode. In this case, it will be color burn, but we'll give it a feel of black. Color burn. So we have to lock this so we can work on it. It has to be right on top of it. So we rename it. This should be the black. Then we lock it. This should be the gray. And then we lock it. So we also have to name the island. So we say dynamic island. Yeah. So we have this in place already. So we duplicate that. And then name this dynamic island modal. Good. So you scale that down, the modal, you scale it down because you want it to animate from a smaller view to a larger view. So you scale that down to the size that you want. Is it a little bit smaller or depending on discretion? So now you can see that effect. You see that good, like that blur effect, like it's emanating from right inside that particular frame. So to create that illusion of it. So good. So we have our assets, our elements designed down. You can design yours and then, have it there in order to save time for this video. This is why I did it this way, in order to save time for the video. So you bring that down here, right on top of the island. You just adjust things according to how you want it. So you make adjustments to suit what you want. So the next thing, you just add your elements. And if your elements are not, we're not, you don't have the element down, in the beginning of the video, you should have noted that the element should be designed down to in order for you to follow up with the video. But I think I'll add that. I'll add that subsequently when editing. So yeah, you add your elements and make sure. Usually for mobile, I like to use 16, a padding of 16 or 24. In this case, I'll be using 24. So I'm trying to make sure um the spacing is accurate. Although this is just an animation video, but it's good to have good practices to make sure that this your spacing is consistent. So we have this, and then the last thing to do is to add the, yeah, you're looking for that particular one. You have it there, the syntax. So now you add this modal, you paste it there inside the single screen. After pasting, so you have to take it to the back. So during the process of animating, you don't overlap with things. So then you scale that. You hit Control K on your PC, and then you scale that. Then align that to the top, center align it, and then give it you can just hide it behind the S, or you give it positive 0 or 1, whatever you want, whatever works for you. But in this case, since it's hidden, You can just leave it that way. The next thing to do is to take out the elements that you want animating out of view. So in this case, we have those the appointments and the calendar down, take it down, and then these other elements, you take it down also. Yeah, you shrink this. You don't need that, so shrink it down. Not shrink, sorry. You will size, you will size it, then align it to the center. You need it aligned to the center. Yeah, also you size this. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. You make adjustments how you want, depending on what you if it's how you the limit fits you do what you want. But make sure um it's based on the vision you have, how you want it to behave. So you don't just adjust. If you don't have an idea what you want, you can just follow this video strictly. But if you have an idea what you want, then you can make your adjustments how you wish. If you notice the element at the back tend to now let me bring it out. Yeah, if I bring it down, you see that effect already. Good. So now if I take it away so I can get a good view of what I'm trying to accomplish here. In your part, you might not waste time with this. I'm just trying to get it aligned the way I want it to be. All right. So I think we'll have to smoothen the corners. Yeah, I think the best thing, one thing to do is to smoothen the corners to really help that. Yes, smoothing the corners with just make it 100 and then make sure they are consistent. So once you're doing your adjustments, it comes from a good place. So take this out, take the elements still left out there, take it out of view completely, but it should still be in the frame, in the iPhone Max frame. Good. So now let's get going. We're almost there. There. Uh, we can shrink that a little because I want it. I want the animation to be quite visible. So that is why I did that. So after making changes to this, you can duplicate and animate it. The second one I did, I took it away because I didn't want to copy and paste, so I had to do the whole process again. But for you, it can be faster. So you can just, this is optional. You can smoothen the corner radius, or you can just let it be the way you want. It depends. It's your preference. It doesn't change. Doesn't have much to do with it. Actually, it was at the back. Now we're bringing it to the front so we can get we can see it once it's animated. It can come into view. Yeah, good. Adjust the corner radius to suit what you want. The use case, it's left entirely to what you want. Whatever you want to do it that way. I'm just making little adjustments. And yeah, So I think basically that is that for that. Then we have to start connecting our frames. Yes, good. From this point, yeah, drag it there. Good. And then you give it on click, right? That is what we want. Smart animate and then gentle. Perfect. Duration should be 800 ms. Good. Then this should be drag on drag. Same thing, smart animate gentle 800 ms. So we'll do the same thing with this, the exit icon. On click, smart, good. So do this, good, wonderful. On drag, perfect. So let's try out our animation to see how it looks if there are adjustments to be made. See, wonderful. Good, good. See what we have here. So you can the clickables are working perfectly. So you see, good. See, that works well. That's good. You can make adjustments, I'm going to make some adjustments. So I don't like how it is at the moment. The appointment card. I don't, so what I'll do is I'll take out the opacity for the second screen. You can put it up a little bit, and you can try it again. Once you do something, you keep trying to adjust it to how you want it to be. So I think, yeah, that works for me now. Yo, yes, yes, I love that. So the last thing I would want to do is I noticed that during the animation, the upcoming text had this fade that I didn't want. So I need to reduce the opacity so it's not visible on the second screen so the animation will be faster. And then look for other elements in the second screen that I do not want the progress of the animation to be quite visible. I do not want it to distract it. I don't want to distract it, cause a distraction between it and the main animation I want. So I want it to be opacity of 0, so it just fades out instead of having their whole visible movements. Good. This is what I want to just fades out also having its own animation. So that's basically it. It's as simple as it can be. Just follow the instruction and then recreate yours. Thank you very much.